least I can do. It's great they're getting some results.
Yeah, it made such a difference. It made such a difference just giving them that width, and they'd something to play towards. And we picked the two right guys in those positions, and they pulled it off. So really excited about that.
What width does is it creates space.
Yeah.
Because if you have a wee bit of width of your attack and the opposition don't match up, well, there's space out wide, so that's where your kicking game can come in.
Yeah,
you know, because there's space. And once they start to mark up on you, then the boys in the midfield have more freedom.
Yeah. No, it is. I really saw the difference in it, and it was just refreshing. And I asked the guys at full time. I said, "What was the difference?" And they really enjoyed the width. They were like, we had somewhere to go to, that kind of way. Instead of trying to crash down a brick wall, they felt that they had somewhere to go to, and that was refreshing to see.
That's great.
So it was good.
What that means now, though, is that they now understand what it means is with a bit of width is quite often the passes will be a fraction wider than what you are when you're just trucking it up. So now, boys, what does that mean for our skill level? What do you think? And they'll go, well, our catch pass has to be a wee bit better, coach. Great. Okay, well, so that's why we're going to do some drills every week, every training on our catch pass, because we know if we can just get that a wee bit better, we're going to really tear teams apart, so then they understand why they're doing it for you.
Yeah. So the thing that I struggled with, when I was looking at your principles on ball carrier, obviously I get it, but it's the trained eye. It's looking at video and trying to match up with what you're seeing, i.e., did he accelerate? Did he get to a weak shoulder? Did he fight to stay up? And did he finish on his stomach? So the last one's easy. That's black and white. But what I struggled was when I look at video, I go, he caught it and he ran hard and he tried to get to, and I don't see where I put the X in. It's not obvious where the X is, if you know what I mean.
Yep, I understand. So it's not a problem so long as you can see, shit, he charged into the collision. Okay, that means he's accelerated. Tick.
Yeah.
What? He's put a handbrake on. He's run up, stopped, and gone in soft. Well, he's slowed up. So that's a simple way. Has he T-boned? All you got to do is look. Has he gone straight at the opponent, right in the middle of his chest, and whacked into him? If he has, that's T-boning. If he hasn't, he would have got to a weak shoulder.
So
just give it as simple as that.
If I was to show you a clip now, and I'd say to you, well, yeah, he accelerated, and just see if we match up what you're seeing versus what I'm seeing.
Sure.
Hop
on, I've allowed.
Say that again.
You hop on. I've clicked the box here.
Oh yeah. So what I'll do then? So see if I can figure this out now.
Recording in progress.
It'll record it.
Oh yeah, brilliant. Got it.
You just got to click that.
Yep. Yeah. So I've got it. So let me see if I can figure this out now. See if it's a bit better than my understanding of GMT time. Okay. So here. So can you see my screen?
Not yet. No. Have you got a share screen up the? No, not share screen. Up the top left, you'll have desktop, won't you?
So, okay, I'm gonna bring this. Sorry, bear with me here. So, sorry, remind me. I've done this before. Share screen.
Yeah. Share screen. Then click on your desktop. There you go. Now you're in.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Well,
it's been a while.
Here it is.
Okay, so if I just show you this clip, right? This is a standard attacking clip with our attack. And really what I'm looking at, so if I say, okay, and I'll just kind of verbalize it. So I think I'm on the same kind of wavelength as you are. Accelerate into contact, get to a weak shoulder, fight to stay up, and then positive finish. So I've got like the tick marks. I'm going, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
You happy with that so far? Okay, perfect. So
yeah.
I'll play this off. Okay, so that's you don't need to know their names, but so what I would say on that one there, and you tell me if I'm wrong. So I would say that he didn't accelerate into contact. That he probably didn't get a weak shoulder. He didn't really fight to stay up, and he didn't get a positive finish. What would you say?
Well, for me, he's going straight into a getting tackled.
Yeah.
So I think that's like he tried to get round, so he's accelerated to me.
Yeah.
And he got to the shoulder and he's placed it. I think tick.
Tick.
Me.
That's tick. Perfect. Yep. Yeah. It's just so we're seeing. Okay. So the next one then. So can you see? Is there a lag on this, Mike?
Slight lag. Yep. It's all right.
So what about that guy there? What do you think of his carry? That's Valley.
Yeah. So that's a typical carry when you run on an angle. I don't know what your policy is.
What would your policy be?
Well, some guys, like you watch when he catches this ball. See how he's bounced out on the pass?
Yeah.
Do you remember that clip I showed you of straight line running?
Yeah.
Well, and I showed you one guy that bounced out on the pass.
Yeah.
So that's what he's done. Now, it's very common. You watch him jump off the ground to catch the ball here. You watch.
Yeah.
There. So he's jumped out. So what he's done is he's lost half a second of go forward. And when he bounces out, he ends up running on an angle towards the goalpost here.
So so you want him obviously catching it,
right.
coming onto the ball, running square.
Yep.
At any stage, is he angling out, or do you just want to run?
If you want him to angle out, say it's your team policy that you'd like to get to an outside shoulder, he does it right at the end, not at the start.
Yeah. So his first step has to be square. His first one or two steps have to be square, and then he gets out, and then he's possibly looking for the tip on. Obviously, we've no plus guy. We ideally, with our new attack setup, we would have someone on his outside shoulder, because you can see there the space that could be there.
Correct.
If there was an option coming there.
So you need your. When I watched the clip you sent me.
Yeah.
The notes I made. Hold on. Not that I'm an attack expert at all, but I'll show you what I saw. Okay. I put support players are no threat to the defence.
Yeah. So yeah, there's no.
Support players here is that guy and this guy, so they're no real threat to the defence. So the defence can zero in and get your ball carrier. You can end up with 2-on-1 a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas if you can get your support players a wee bit flatter and in a position to receive a pass, they're a threat. In which case you'll end up with 1-on-1 tackle. You won't end up with 2 in the tackle as much.
Yeah.
Get a bit flatter. Yep. I put too many hands in the breakdown. They go to the breakdown. They put the hands.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll play this through, and you'll probably see some examples of it. So yeah, there's hands.
Yeah.
So
sometimes you have to. Now go back to that one.
This one.
Yep. Yeah. This next ruck. Yep. This next catch. So watch the catch.
Cat jump.
No, he jumped.
Yeah.
So you've got players jumping and jumping out to catch the ball.
And that's just a habit that they have. Maybe.
Yeah,
sorry, go on.
The reason they do it is they want more time and space to catch the ball.
So explain that to me. Explain that to me. Why would I jump to get more time and space?
Well, they're jumping away from the ball. So it's like a jumper in the line out who jumps and leans backwards because he gets more time to catch the ball.
Okay.
You with me?
Yeah.
So, correct me if I did or did not, but did I show you the drill when I coached those high school kids at St. Bede's, that kick-catch drill, where they had to come forward and catch the ball in front of them off their chest?
I saw that, yeah, I did.
That's the drill. So you get them so used to coming forward, directly forward at you, running, hands off the chest, and you kick the ball at them, and they're going to catch the ball and then just give it back to you. Kick-catch. Then you do kick-catch pass.
Yeah.
So those are drills that you would really install into them. That when to get used to coming straight forward and catching a ball hard without backing off. Because what they'll do is they'll run at you, you kick it, then they'll stop because they get more time to catch it. So we got to encourage them to increase their skill level. That our first step forward, catch early, on the chest, on the emblem, That's early. And after that, then you accelerate, then you weak shot, or you can pop. But when you're bouncing out like this, you'll end up with it's time and space. The opposition, as soon as that 9 perimeters passes, the opposition come forward. So if your first receiver is jumping in the air going sideways, that means they're going to be a lot closer to you when he lands. When he lands, he's got players all over him.
And would you have any guidelines? Because I'm watching this now with my attack hat on. Obviously, there's no shape as such. There's no option out the back door. There's nothing there at the moment. But
there's a great tip. There's a great tip pass to this guy on an angle through there. Straight away, I see that.
Yeah.
So just a wee off the shoulder, off the wee hip. Give him a wee hip, wee tip pass.
Yeah.
A little small pass. Let it float. The guy comes on an angle. Try.
Yeah.
So you got your tip pass, you got your pass out the back, you got your miss pass. The other thing you got to be careful of is how far away do you have your first receiver from the breakdown.
I was going to ask you that. Do you have any guidelines with regards? Obviously, there's a difference possibly between the 10 or first back receiver and first forward receiver. Would you differentiate between the two?
Yep, sometimes you do. Yep, you do. But generally, for forwards, the first got no more than 8 meters from the breakdown.
And that would be for high school as well?
Yep.
8 meters, no more than 8 meters.
Because what happens is,
you
all move over and you all start running on angles and you all start taking this space. Again, we want this space out here or somewhere. We want space. So by forwards being, say, 10 metres and then jumping up and out with the pass, that's now 11 metres. So we've started on the 15. That's 26 metres. So you can just see how it all just snowballs. So you want to hold the defenders. So by a first receiver holding the defenders, that's why your first pod, you should always, if you can, have a pod here, forwards, who come forward every time and hold those defenders so they can't drift off into your back line.
Yeah, so already, I can totally see where the space is. If we've got an organised pod here off this first receiver forward that, with a back in behind and we can hurt them out wide left here. But
and the other thing, sorry to interrupt
you. No.
In a perfect world, how many would you have in the breakdown on our attack ball?
Ball carrier +2.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the next guy will be a decision maker. Am I required? Am I not required? So if you're in the shit, he's your decision maker. So at the moment you got ball carrier plus 1, 2, 3.
A lot.
That's okay. That happens.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Just so long. So what I'm saying is to the boys is if we want to play, a good game where we score some tries, we need to try and reduce the numbers that we're using. So one man, one bullet is a great terminology. So we only want to use one man up to fire one bullet at them. Otherwise, we end up with 2 guys coming in to get rid of one of theirs. So if they put 2 in, we end up with 4 going in. So we've used 4 bullets up to their 2.
Yeah.
Next thing, they've got more men than us. So we have to be very efficient with our ball carry and our clean out and our long place, which gives us lightning quick ball. But because we're more efficient, we've got more people on our feet.
Yeah. No, that makes 100% sense. So this guy, he's probably 8 meters, I would guess, the first receiver there. So if I play this, do you reckon he's 8 meters there?
Oh yeah, maybe a bit more, but he's a back, so that's okay.
This guy's not a back. Are you in screen? Can you see my?
Strapping.
He's a forward.
I'd have him. He's strapping, so he's a forward. I'd have him a bit closer.
Closer, yeah. Okay, so let's watch him. So, let's see what he does. Is he gonna get a tick for you?
Yeah, as far as acceleration's concerned.
Yeah.
But what he did was, it's a great clip. So look at his body when he's going to contact. There. So he is completely, his legs are way behind his upper body. He's always heading down. It's like a prop scrummaging and angling down on the engagement. It's only going to go one way.
So what would you say to him? What would you
Okay.
say to him?
What I'm saying is, I know you got a poor pass, but when you go into contact here, remember the drill I showed you where it's this drill here, and you have an opponent lean down on you, and you've got to keep your feet to 5 meters?
Yeah.
That's this drill. It's exactly this drill. Whereas this guy, he's looking to go to ground straight away on contact.
Yeah.
That's what he's looking to do. So he's got a lot of his upper body well in front of his feet. So he's always going to pull down. But he's never going to fight to stay up.
Yeah, and as you mentioned earlier, you know, if he gets that nice, I know he got a bad pass, as you say, but if he's got that nice clean catch and he's got someone on his outside, you know, all of a sudden this guy here is thinking twice, but he's made it totally obvious that this is just, he's carrying. So
correct. So these guys here need to be up in line.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, you got a guy at the back, but these guys need to be right up here. See, right, it's on. There's holes. So, but he had made up his mind. It might have been the poor pass, to be credit to the kid, but he made up his mind on contact. He was going to ground immediately on contact. Now that might be a habit with that kid.
Yeah. Okay.
No, if it is, we've got to get it out of him, because fight to stay up means you've got to start that extra second.
Yeah. So you're giving him an X on fight to stay up. You're giving him an X on weak shoulder, and you're giving him an X on positive finish, because he didn't finish on his stomach. The only thing he did was accelerate into contact.
Yeah, how's his placement? That's the thing I want to look at. It's got to be a long place. That's the last one I want to see. So did he get the ball back? Okay, he managed to. It wasn't great, but he got the ball back. So that's your long placement. That's what you want.
Okay, so because I'm trying to use this tick in my head, you know, I'm looking at the thing. So there's actually 5 then. There's finishing on your stomach and then long place. So you mightn't finish on your stomach, but you might get the long place. So you might get a tick.
Now you may not finish on your stomach because they've twisted you or something.
Yeah.
But at least we can have a bit of a. At least you got an idea how we're going.
Yeah. And tell me, you mentioned quick rook ball, lightning quick ball. So what's that at high school level and like, is that 2 or 3 seconds or what is it?
Well, generally it's 3 seconds from the time the ball carrier goes to ground until the halfback or whoever the halfback is has his hands on the ball.
Okay, that's your 3 seconds, and you're trying to move it in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, be available in 3 seconds, which means you can't expect your halfback to be there every time.
Yeah.
Because it's just, if you're going to supply lightning quick ball, which is what we call it, 3 seconds or less, sometimes it's going to be the closest person will be the halfback. So you might want to incorporate a call we used to call scoop. So if Nine's running to the breakdown, it's a wide breakdown, and he knows he can't get there, he might just yell scoop, so the closest forward knows, you know, after the tackle's been made, but I got no halfback, I'll be the halfback, I can pick it up and fire it out.
And just move it.
Yeah, and move it.
Yeah.
So we know we've got a plan that if there's no normal halfback, that the closest person, it's nice to say, well, you should know that. Well, the kids won't know that. So, but if you had a call like scoop, it might even be a back, a fullback watching it, you can see there's no Nine, but there's a flanker coming to the breakdown after the tackle's been made.
And he's feeding that in. That guy's feeding that in.
Scoop. One simple word, whatever it may be, so that person knows, fuck, I've got to be the halfback here and get it and move it.
And tell me, okay, so just to help, so if we watch this guy here. Yeah. That was a penalty.
Okay. That's that. It's offside, my dude. Go back again.
Yeah.
Yep. Go back a bit further if you could. When he catches it. Okay, well, he's accelerated. He's got to weak shoulder. He's fought to stay up. So that's 3 ticks. So the next thing is, did he land on his guts and did he get a long place? So here we go. He did land on his stomach, but he had a poor placement. And their guy was offside.
Yeah, that should be a penalty, yeah.
Penalty every day of the week.
Okay, so I'm slowly kind of, you're a bit more lenient than I kind of was.
Overall, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, so this guy, like, okay, so you're saying, yeah, he accelerated into contact. He's fighting to stay up. Um, he so he
The
didn't
one
land on
bad
his
thing
stomach though.
that no, well, I think he went down that way and then he got the ball out. But the one bad thing I saw was